Okay, so welcome again, and thank you for coming to today's presentation session. Thank you also for submitting your solutions. As on the previous session, today we will listen to your solutions. Each team or individual will have around 10 minutes to present their solution, and after that we will follow up with questions. So without further ado, we can start with first presentation, and I can give the mic to Nemanja Gruper. Nemanja, you can take the screen share.
Thank you. Just a moment. Just a couple of seconds. Okay, do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so I participated in the first challenge, and this is the front end of it, if you remember it. The technology stack that I've used in this challenge is the same as in the first challenge. To recap, I've used Solidity, React.js, Web3.js, Truffle, Node.js, Ganache, and MetaMask. The extension of the first challenge's solution is minting non-fungible tokens, as you can see here, where input values are colors in hexadecimal code and output values are graphical representation of corresponding hexadecimal colors. NFTs are implemented using the ERC 721 standard. However, minting tokens is not integrated with donating DAI tokens from the first challenge, which is the ERC 20 standard. Here, minting is just a demonstration of NFTs. What we see here are test cases of various inputs. For example, if our input value is hexadecimal value of hexadecimal code of a black color, which is 000000 or 6 Fs, we will see a graphical representation of that color in a circle, as we can see here. Note that the hexadecimal value of a black color 000000 has already been used, and we can't duplicate it because NFTs can't have duplicates. So if we go into our hexadecimal color codes and we select one of these colors, we will choose this, and now we are going to mint it. We should have it here in the new as a new NFT. So if we mint and the MetaMask notification, gas limit, nothing is wrong. We confirm it, and we should be able to refresh the page and see the result. Okay, so here is ours NFT, new NFT. So as I said, this is not integrated in my donation DAI tokens, which is ERC 20 standard. So this is like a separate model of the extended dApp. So yeah, do you have any questions?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the presentation. I can start with first one. Is there any proof of the NFT on the blockchain? So you can show us on the Etherscan if it's minted or?
I've used open source documentation, smart contracts, so I even don't know exactly what's happening there. ERC 721 is implemented, so I didn't quite have the opportunity to go into the code in deep, so yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Nemanja. So thank you for the presentation. I just wanted to ask you why Why exactly didn't you connect the NFT minting with donation?
I tried that, but I didn't have the time, and also it was for me, it was hard to do it alone because I have to deal with some protocols, and I didn't have time. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Understood.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Two questions for me. Have you maybe implemented the hard cap when you have donations? You have like a limit in the second challenge to which amount each campaign can reach.
No, I haven't.
Okay, about the NFTs, where do you store the NFTs metadata, off-chain or on-chain?
Actually, they are stored not in any test net, but in a local blockchain like Ganache.
Yeah, but about the metadata on the IPFS, or you write inside the smart contract, inside the code? For example, when you place the code for the
Okay,
call.
I said I've used completed ERC 721 smart contract documentation, so maybe there is maybe it is in the smart contract. I don't really know. So yeah.
I understood. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any more?
I think that's all. Just before we move to the next team, I would like to congratulate you because you are the only individual that managed to submit solution for the second challenge. So yeah, congrats on that. And thank you once again, Nemanja.
Thank you.
So the next team is cryptobroke.rs. So you can take the share screen, and Nemanja, you can stop it first.
You should be able to, okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so here is the front page of our Support Children webpage. Here you can see the pictures of our campaigns that are rotating and the available campaigns. And here we can click on the donate button, and here we get the donation form for donating. And now we implemented that we can donate in other cryptocurrencies as well. So here we can see we can select different cryptocurrencies. So I currently in my MetaMask account have Ethereum and DAI and USDT. So let's for example select USDT and put, for example, 100 USDT, and then we enter our email, and then we click on donate, and now we should be getting the MetaMask notification. So here it is. So first we need to approve for spending our USDTs, and after that we are going to get another for the transaction. And after our confirmation, the transaction should be going through now. So let's just wait a bit. That sometimes takes a bit time for the transaction to be mined on the blockchain. So we want to be sure that everything is fine.
It's on the testnet, right?
Yeah, it's on Robson.
Okay.
Okay, it's still okay. Yeah, it seems to have gone through now, and we should be able to see that after the campaigns refresh, that there is more money in Ethereum to our first campaign. And we should also be able to see the newly minted NFT. So if we go to the page of our Etherscan contract and we go to the transfers, let's refresh this. Okay, we have now 1 minute ago another new transaction with token ID 1. And let's go to the contract to get the URI of our token. Okay, there seems to be some kind of error, but our token is now minted, and we can see it and on the Etherscan, and we can also see now that a small amount of Ether is now on in our first campaign. And we have also enabled for other organizations or other users that want to create new campaigns, so on, they can sign up on the sign up page if they're a new user, or they can log in, which is easier because we have also integrated login with MetaMask. So we can just use MetaMask and log in, and now we first need to pay a small fee to be added to the members of the organization that can create campaigns. And now we are redirected to the login page where we can add new campaigns for crowdfunding and helping other children. And if we want to log out of our campaign account, we just log out, and then we are redirected back to the home page where we can see our campaigns. And that should be it.
Okay, thank you for the presentation.
Yeah, so for some reason, the NFT URI didn't properly connect, but we can use from the token from yesterday that we experimented and tested our solution, and we can to get the data from the terminal. Yeah, because we deployed our contracts to the Ropsten testnet, we couldn't list our tokens on OpenSea because OpenSea only supports mainnet and Rinkeby. And for Rinkeby, for some reason, the faucets weren't working. Only the one that's really a small amount of money it was working, so we couldn't get enough money to deploy our contracts and to list the tokens on OpenSea. But here we can see that we get our token with the name of the campaign, amount of donation, the currency with which was donated, and timestamp. And we also have the image URI that we can type in our browser and see the image of our token. Okay, so for some reason this is taking quite long, but yeah, that's it. We got the data from IPFS, and here we can see that this campaign has gone inactive because the deadline of campaign has been reached, and we cannot donate to this campaign anymore. And after the campaign is reached, the money is automatically transferred to the beneficiary's account.
How is it automatically?
So after the goal of the campaign is reached, we just transfer all of the money to the beneficiary's account through the smart contracts.
Mm-hmm. So on final donation, it's also transferred.
Yeah, the final donation is also transferred.
Okay. Can you tell me, so when someone creates a campaign, so it supports, so the beneficiary gets tokens in ETH. Is that correct?
Yeah, the beneficiary.
Okay. And the donor can donate in any token possible, and you implement it solve there.
Yeah.
What protocol did you use? How did you solve
it? We are using Uniswap version 3.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it is not able for the beneficiary to receive the donation in any other cryptocurrency?
No, we haven't implemented that because we understood the task that the goal is that the money comes in Ether and the beneficiary gets the money in Ether. So that's how we implemented our solution.
And what are the supported currencies on the side of beneficiary?
So we used a couple of lists from tokenlists.org, and all of the currencies from that are available on Robston. We use those. So here, let me just check back to the app. So if we go to donate, and here we have wrapped Ethereum, USDT, Uni token, food, Ponzi token, scam token, shitcoin, and stablecoin, so on. Yeah.
Nice.
It would be more tokens if it was the mainnet, but on Robson only fewer tokens are available. So that's how it is.
Can you show us the login part again? Because I'm not sure what happened there. Why do you pay a transaction for the login?
So because when logging in, we add this user to the members of our organization, and only the members can create campaigns. So that's why there's a fee, because we add a member. So we have to interact with the blockchain.
Does it happen on every login, or?
Yeah, it happens on every login.
Would you use that?
Well, it's not really a perfect solution, but we didn't have the time to do the checking for if someone is already a user, and then to skip this part.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just asking. Maybe you will, I don't know.
Okay, is there any other questions? Okay, thank you. Yeah, once again, and thank you for being a part of the second challenge as well as of the first one. We can move to the next theme, and that's just a second. That's to the moon theme, so you can share the screen.
Hello, everyone. Today I will be representing the solution of the To the Moon team. As you can see, since the last time you saw our solution, we have implemented I could say a completely better user interface. As you can see in front of you, we can see a landing page for a user where he can find all of the needed information about our website. And he can see some of the campaigns that can be found on the website. If he wants to scroll through all of the campaigns, he can go to a discover page where he can choose to donate on every single campaign that he wants. He also has categories like health, education, last wishes or ideas. He also has a search bar that eases the search through the campaigns. Right now, these campaigns are sorted in a increasing order by date, so there is no point in right now. There is no point in clicking recent because they're already sorted. User can also create a campaign. We will show that right now. You can add the image. The image is uploaded to the IPFS. The user can enter the amount of whatever currency there is. Right now, on this selected on this selection, there are some basic currencies that we haven't changed, but of course we are not supporting Bitcoin or Litecoin. We are supporting Ethereum coins like DAI, ENJ, or similar coins. Okay, he can add the description, pick a category, and the deadline when he wants for his campaign to end. Once he wants to create a campaign, there is a small fee for creating that campaign, since we are storing a small part of the information of the campaign on the blockchain. Most of the information is stored on our database. Since the last time we have implemented a database using PostgreSQL. Okay, now I think the transaction has been mined, and we can see that. Okay, here is the campaign. For the sake of the presentation, I will not wait for the picture to load on the IPFS. I will just go to the campaign. Here in front of you, you can see a campaign view. We have no donors right now, so we have just put plain text so we can fill the website for the presentation. In a perfect situation, you can also see all of the donors of the campaign, but right now there are none, so you can't see them. Once you click donate, you are introduced the donation view, where you can select the amount of, let's say I want to donate five tokens, add the email, and select, let's say, DAI. Since I will be using DAI today, since that's what I have on the account right now. I can donate, pay the fee. I will wait for the transaction to be approved. Once it is approved, I confirm the transaction, and okay. This is an error because we have changed the contract address right now. If you can excuse me for a second, if that's allowed to change the contract address.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, thank you. I will just go to the contract. Okay, donation view. Okay, so the donation should work now. Okay, that one has failed. Enter just some basic mail. Select the currency that you want to donate. Pay the fee for approving. The user can also access his dashboard to see all of his campaigns. He can see the active ones and the inactive ones. So we will see that in a minute after the transaction goes through. I'm not sure why this is happening now. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. It worked like 5 hours ago. When the user donates to a campaign, he can see how much his campaigns have accumulated over the time that they have been active, and he can also access his campaigns. So, for instance, if he changes the account that he is active on the site, you can see that there are no campaigns on this address because I haven't created any. So, but if I go to Discover, I can still see the other people's campaigns. Are there any questions, or is there something from my team that they would like to add?
Okay, if there's nothing to be added, we can start with the questions. First of all, yeah, nice UI. Maybe I missed it, but do you have the part with the NFTs?
Yes, once the transaction goes through, actually, the user gets an NFT in the form of a receipt. So he has all of the information about the transaction that he has made on our website. Perhaps I can see some of the. Okay, here they are. These were made last night. So if that helps anything.
So those are the NFTs. Yeah, ERC-71.
Yeah.
What data does one NFT contain? Can you show us that from the already created ones?
I'm not sure how to see that on the Etherscan, but
go back.
Okay.
Click on token ID 18765, whatever. You see, you have a column with token ID. Last column, token ID 1.
Okay.
Click on number 1. Yeah. This is your token and all the metadata.
Yeah, I think you can go to the contract tab, and there's next to transfers. There's a contract tab, and depending on the implementation of your NFT, there should maybe be some get URI function or get metadata or whatever you did there. So it's not okay.
Okay, we are not displaying it. I don't know why, but in the code, when you go through the solution, there's a function where we get a receipt from the MetaMask, and we mint that. We stringify that JSON file and mint the data.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the UI, I guess that you had a chance to review similar solutions. So I'm sure that you define some improvement points. And what are those? What are the things you wanted to improve compared to the similar solutions?
Well, sorry, Luca, do you want to go?
No, that's your department. Yeah, go to.
Okay, so when it comes to that, we were thinking about maybe showing dashboard better. For example, you can see which campaign, how many tokens someone donated, then maybe show more things like charts, better charts. And of course, I think, first of all, I saw this design today, so it's my first time. But besides that, I'm thinking about, I don't know, adding updates, adding FAQ, which I think will be great. And of course, adding swap. So that's it. I mean, if you want to point at every aspect, you can see some kind of, let's say, improvement. But again, having in mind that there is not so much time, I think for now it's okay, but let's see what will be.
Great. The UI is good. Definitely. Maybe for the next time, you can also think about some user interviews and maybe to base some of your decision on that. Just a,
Yeah. By the
something you
way,
can think of.
our design is different than this one on the web, because
Yeah, we saw it.
yeah, thank you. And you know, I'm feeling really sorry because I didn't have enough time for actually doing some great stuff. Instead, I was doing research, I was interviewing my users and creating user personas, seeing things that are actually not UI. So that's it.
Well, what was the, let's say, most important thing you learned from user interviews? What?
Well,
and then you
actually,
implemented it to UI.
yeah, one of the best thing is actually to say it's not interview, because people will maybe speculate and say something different. Instead, I said to them, can you please take a look at this? It's for hackathon, and not mentioning anything at all. And after that, I discovered that the dashboard should be better, because there is a lot of things that actually can be done there. And I know that for ordinary person, showing actual cryptocurrency and their value is not equal to dollars. And all of the people are wired actually to showing the real value, which is, let's say, dollar or euro or dinars. And then after that, I change it to actual dollar. And when you hover on it, which is not shown in this UI, then you can see how many tokens you actually have. And that's it. And also one more thing is percentages. When you, because, you know, you buy Ether and yesterday was like 2.5K, today is like 3K. So it should be great to see the percentage of the, let's say, gains from that cryptocurrency. So those are two things that I found really great to see in the our UI.
I have some more questions, but I can go through your product specification. There is a lot of information also. I can maybe give a chance to someone else to ask a question.
Go on.
Yeah, I'll be quick. When you created the campaign, while you're demonstrating creation of campaign, you said that some info is stored on chain and some info is stored in the database. I'm curious which info is about campaign is stored on chain. That's the first one.
Since we use the contract from the template, we only stored like the deadline and the address of the beneficiary address of the campaign.
How do you store the deadline? It's Unix timestamp, right?
It should be.
Okay. Then you, as I think, you created a campaign which receives donations in Ether, but you send a transaction donating DAI. How do you handle those swaps, let's say?
when you go to a campaign and okay, let's say I select DAI, there is a transition in one function which is just an if statement. If ether is selected, then it just uses a regular function for swapping ether, and if it is everything else, there are address that we pass to a function that just approves the transaction and then swaps ERC tokens from one address to another. There isn't actually a swap from one token to another. We just pass, let's say, one ERC token to the address. We don't exchange it for another. We haven't used any protocols like Uniswap.
Okay, okay. And about those token lists, ETH, DAI, NG, is it like, I think I saw it in your code, like hard-coded in the React state. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You didn't use token lists or something like that. Okay.
No.
And have you implemented hard cap, when
yes, if someone tries to donate over the goal, the alert pops out, but since I have put so big amounts, I can't reach them since I have insufficient funds on the account.
But you won't receive that money, that donation, last donation, right? Just alert and no transaction. Am I correct?
Yeah, they can only donate. So let's say I have there is already raised like 5 ether and the goal is 20. I can't donate 16, but I can donate 15.
Understand. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And at the end, who is paying for minting the NFT? Sorry, can you hear me?
No, I have been muted, sorry.
Okay.
We've tried to call the function from another address, let's say on another computer, but the confirmation just doesn't pop out on the MetaMask of let's say the admin of the website. So to make a quick solution to the problem, we put minting on the account of the user.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you once again for the presentation. We can move to the next team, and that's EasyV Cool team.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see. So I will say a few things about the functionalities and framework we have used. We used Svelte for frontend, PostgreSQL, Golang, Redis, and Solidity for backend. The functionality is based on smart contracts, one of which represents a campaign and the other an NFT. Compared to the previous phase, this time, in addition to the admin, organizations also can create campaigns. Before that, they send a request for approval to the admins via the contact form. The request is for the reason that for the spams and meaningless campaigns, in this case, would not arrive. When creating a campaign, you can specify which currency is used for that campaign. Also, when paying, token can be selected from the list. Swap is currently done via Uniswap v2, so all ERC20 tokens for which there is a pool would work. Also, after the donation, the user chooses whether to collect NFT or not. As in the previous version, we have two goals, minimal and standard. And this time, if the minimal goal is not met, donors can refund the funds. So Peter, you can now.
Okay, so from the last time we rebuilt the website from the ground up, because last time we used React and many different libraries and it was a mess, I would say. This time we built everything custom and we started from using Svelte. Svelte is very fast compared to React, and it was easy to work with. Here are all the campaigns we created for this event. You can see the events here. These are all the currencies we added manually. We wanted to add another button for other, but we didn't have time for that. Currently, we are on ring-based network, so only the Ethereum, DAI, and Uni work. But while it worked, because we had the forked network and it worked for a couple of days, but then it died for some reason. We don't know why. We could have used all of these, no problem. We have the account section. We log into account using MetaMask. We signed the nonce that we used for login, and so we can securely change the information about our account. This information is stored into database so that when we edit it, we don't have to pay to change the data. We can also change the picture, but I really like this one, so I won't change it. And email here, and it changes everywhere at the same time because it's fetched from the server. Here are all the transactions we had. Here are all the awards that we collected. And we can go to the campaigns and just go to this one, for example, and pay, let's say, 0.3 uni, and it should be approved, the transaction. And
so I think this.
Go.
While we wait, I also want to add up that we decentralize more our solution. So, yeah,
yes,
compared to the previous.
On the server, we only remember the user stuff that we have to change without any payment. Everything else is stored on the blockchain. And since we are on ring-based, it takes a bit of time to do everything, but minting is on the user. Here, user can mint the NFT, and once he does, it will show up in the account page. And also, while we wait for that, we can go to just to show that we can see who is the owner of the NFT and the data from the NFT. This is the data that is on IPFS. That we can just load up, and it will show all the data that is in the NFT, because we only store the link to the IPFS in the NFT. And as you can see, we just added the money there, and we should have a new award here. It just takes a bit of time because it is on the IPFS, so it will show up later. And we can see the latest donation here. It is that time, and that's about it, I think. Any questions?
First of all, thanks. Philip, Andre, do you maybe have a question?
Maybe I missed it. Can you show the flow for creating a campaign?
Oh yeah, I didn't show it. It's only the organizations can create campaigns. Organizations are showed here, and here is the flow. You add all the data. Here is the currency you want to use. Do you want to add it now, or because it will take a bit of time to upload IPFS and everything? I mean,
no need. Was just interested if.
Yeah, currency works. We can use any currency we can't use any currency that's here because we are currently on a ring-based. But if we had our forked network, it will work. It did work in the past.
Yeah, we have some problem with Node, and when you look to the solution, you will have tests in which fork mainnet, so you can run it easily and it will work. But when we connect to MetaMask to the local provider, we have some problems with that. It worked fine, but at some moment it stopped to work, so we didn't know how to solve this problem with Node and providers.
Awesome.
Any more questions?
What was the most challenging part for you?
we didn't have a lot of time since we decided to rebuild the whole project from the ground up. And then in the end, we just tried to do it as fast as possible. So there are little mistakes that we made along the way. But since the next one should be like in 4 weeks, we should have enough time to fix all of those.
Yeah, actually, in the first half of the second phase, we implemented our solution with Astro and Svelte, and
it was very
Astro
buggy.
Astro was couldn't accomplish some things that we wanted to do with our web page, so we migrated to Svelte fully.
And also, what took a lot of time was debugging those networks, because they worked normally, and then they just stopped, and we couldn't get that one online. So we don't know what's the problem.
Which challenge was more challenging, this one or the previous one?
This one, because we did both challenges in this one. We started from the ground up, so it was like we started.
So you didn't use any of the templates that we provided?
We did everything on our own. We did use some of our old code, but it is a really small percent, so it's mostly just rebuilt from the start.
Okay, thank you.
And you said you didn't use any framework, right?
No, we used Svelte framework, but we didn't use any libraries like Bootstrap or Material UI or anything like that. We just used Svelte and our own components.
And what do you feel like, what was the benefit of hand coding?
Well, first of all, we had way more customizations. We can make anything how we like it. And the web page itself is way faster. It compiles instantly. With React, we had to wait literally like 2-3 minutes to compile. This is like instant. And it's just easier to work with. Last time we had some problems with Bootstrap colliding with our own classes, and it was a mess.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, any more questions? Okay, thank you once again. We can move to the last presentation for today, and that's the Invictus apps team. So is there anyone from Invictus app here? Okay, I guess they couldn't manage to come. Okay, then that's all for today. Well, here is Milos. Okay, someone is entering the room, but it's not someone from Invictus app team. Okay, thank you to everyone for the presentations. We will once again take a couple of days to deep dive into your solutions, and we will come up with the winners by the end of the week. However, before we call it for today, does anyone have any questions? Okay. Well, if there is no more questions, thanks once again. And yeah, we'll update you soon regarding the winners. And take these 2 weeks to rest a bit. And as we said, you can work on your solution to improve it even more, prepare it for the next challenge, or you can look out for additional team members that can improve different parts of your solutions.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.